you think is happening before brass? What are people doing? They're not just building, They're still observing to see whether things will work, Then at brass you begin business building, Okay. Then at platinum you begin leading what you have built, Oh, okay. Okay, good morning once again. It's an honor to be here with you today. And I'm honored to be doing your training today morning. My name is James Sebugala. Anyone see me for your very first time? Let me see you by show of hands. Okay. Okay, I thought I am a celebrity. My name is James. I've been part of network marketing for the last 9 years now. I joined OQATA Wellness Solutions last year in July. And today, I'm delighted to be taking you through a training called what? Why keeping posture in MLM is key. What is posture? Anyone? An English word? What is posture according to network marketing? Of course, if you cheat exams and ask Google, Google will give you a different answer. Anyone knows what posture is in network marketing? Hello? Does anyone know what posture is in network marketing? Yes, Mr. Jonathan. It's very right. How you carry yourself around the business, Not only business, but how you present yourself as a business owner. That when you join network marketing, there are things that must change around you. There is a different perspective in which you must do and you must see things. But most importantly, there must be a different perspective in which you must do things. You get the point? To make sure the business becomes doable for you. But again, many people in our business misinterpret the mistake posture with what? Very good. Who said that answer? Mr. Person. It's a very correct answer. It's called what? Arrogance. The mistake posture with what? Another answer? Pride. Yeah, you can be proud. It's not a bad thing. This is 50-50. There is pride in the negative direction, but also there is pride in the positive direction. Yeah? I had an upline of mine. No, I don't give that example. But should I? Okay. And a good thing she's in the room. She will not say that I backbited her. This one is, this upline of mine I'm talking about is my sponsor in OQATA. She used to tell me that, James, me, I don't talk to boda men. And she was right, because she doesn't want to give half-baked presentations. You get the point? She wanted to speak to prospects who give her vibe over what? Over deliver. You get the point? She was proud, but in the positive what? Direction. Sometimes it's good to identify your niche. Very important. You get the point? That one who have pride, never that arrogance. That's what we're talking about. So sometimes people mistake posture for what? Another answer? Input two. Open saying, accept that you're out of answers. If you find yourself that when they tell you, describe something, and that's what many of you are doing in the scripts. During the script reading, someone reads the point in English, but because they're out of explanation, they translate the what? The script to Luganda. They have not explained, but they have just done what? Translated. And that's what Open now is beginning to do. So we mistake posture for what? To what? To be knowledgeable. Okay, these have been all negative ones, but then there is one people think, okay, let me call it, how should I call it? Let me call it, okay, lack of a word to use, let me call it what? Laziness, People mistake posture for laziness. Many people think that they are sure they are being postured, yet in actual sense they are being what? Lazy. You get the point? They dodge the work in a pretext of maintaining posture. You get the point? Someone is in a taxi, they fail to open their mouth, and something tells them, now you are showing posture. You don't over talking. You are carrying yourself well. No. You're being lazy. Yeah, you are being lazy. Anagamba mwesibako. Let me, that kind of thinking. So you want to differentiate between being, we want to find to strike a balance between knowing information, right? But again, avoiding to be what? Arrogant. Someone on our speakers group was complaining about some speakers who come to stage and do what? And they're arrogant. They are confident, but then their confidence goes what? Overboard. You get the point, eh? They hold arguments and what? They hold arguments with what? With guests. You get the point, eh? So that is not posture. That is what? Arrogance. It's good to differentiate between the two. And in our script today, the author of this PowerPoint is saying posture means confidence, but without what? Arrogance. Being confident, but not overly confident. When I was still a student of history, how many of us did history, paper 3? Anyone? European history. There is that point, there is that topic called Napoleon Bonaparte. Remember that topic? And then there was that point that used to say one of the factors that led to the rise of Napoleon to power. There was one point that was saying what? Easy, ambitious character made him rise to power. Do you remember that point? But again, somewhere in the subtopic, when you talked about the reasons of his downfall, the same topic appeared. And what was the point that time? Not arrogance, Mulimba. The first one was ambitious character in the rise to power. Then in the downfall, it was what? Same point, but now he said his overwhelming ambition. Who is overwhelming ambition? Yes, when he was ambitious, he rose to power. When he got overwhelmingly ambitious, that is when he began to dream about conquering the whole of what? Of Europe, and also conquer under that umbrella. He began to attack Britain, and that is when he began to see his what? His evening days. You get the point? So same thing. Confidence will build you a very good business. It will build you a very good thing. But again, all being overly too what? Confident, sometimes you get to become arrogant. Being so sure of what you are, when you don't manage that kind of state, you perceived as arrogant. Yeah? It reflects how you carry yourself. Confident, of course, posture is a reflection of how you carry yourself in the business conversations. It also determines how people perceive your credibility. Sometimes we pretend like as though we don't care about feedback in the business, but again, I think it is what really matters the most. Check it. Okola presentations there because the company said, no, don't worry, as long as you keep on doing the same thing over and over again, someday you'll get someone interested in you. It is very, but again, it is always important to know what? So it's important to know whether the mud you are throwing on the wall, some of it is sticking. You get the point? Otherwise, you don't wake up in the morning and then you have plastered the whole wall with mud, but the mud you plastered at the first place is not where? You get the point? That's what is happening to very many of us as we build in business. We don't really care about the feedback. We don't really care about how people perceive us. Champion came to me recently and told me, applying. You see all these people, I have been calling them. I told them it's not possible. There is a problem. Always know that there is a what? A problem. You can't be calling all those people. How many appointments? 40 appointments today, no one comes. 30 tomorrow, no one comes. There is a problem. Yeah, you must be very, very keen with getting feedback and also with how people perceive you in the business. Your tone and body language and mindset show how postured you are. Your tone. You could be speaking the same words, same information delivered by two different people may really, really do what? Mean different. You understand? I also sometimes get so confident when I'm on stage. I command my audiences. I don't proceed with my presentation if someone is on the phone. I tell them what I expect out of them. But again, I don't go on to call the arguments with prospects to perceive me as what? As arrogant. You get the point? I even give them a reason as to why I am telling them to get off their phones. And I also give them a reason as to why I will not continue if they can't keep their phones. I command the audience still, but again, I watch my tone, I watch my body language, and also the mindset with which I do what? I put out the information. Are we together, friends? Are we learning something? Very important. Posture helps you attract serious prospects. When you show posture, you attract a serious prospect. There is a girl in my high school. I will not say her name because some of you know her. She used to do business with us in one of the previous companies. In the previous company. I was with her in senior one. So this girl joined senior one, and of course she has, as we had hairstyles like these ones, she was already holding a puff, and every single time we went to the assembly to stand in our lines, for what she was like, I don't really line up with what? I don't line up with underdogs. Can you imagine? She was calling us underdog and we were classmates. She was lining up in senior twos. You get the point? When one senior one guy approached her and was asking her how to do that coupling in schools, you get the point? The girl made it clear that I don't date classmates. And it really got so clear with her that she doesn't date what? Classmates. And before you know it, she was in senior one, but the high school boyfriend was in senior 5. And even all of us, the senior ones, we used to fear and respect her about the kind of move. How can a senior one have a boyfriend in senior 5? It was even harder because in our school, St. Mary's, HSC campus was always different from what? From the L-level campus. So how someone gets a boyfriend beyond the borders in another campus? You get the point? And it did not stop at that. The way she used to present herself, as senior ones were just, they used to call us bars and banners. We're just running around from the dormitory to talk about those. No, we don't care if we have iron shirts or not. She used to take her time to do what? To iron. To be very smart so that she can match the what? The senior 5 boyfriend. To make even matters more interesting, there's a time when those times of rush hour? The bell rings and all of us are running to dining, senior ones. Remember that kind of scenario? She could take her time and move slowly like as though nothing is chasing her. Even when she finds food is over from the DH, she does not complain because she knows people are watching her, the way she's carrying herself, all cameras at her. They will tell, because if she behaves indifferent, rumors will spread that this senior 1 girl, Sanso's girlfriend in senior 5, it could be a big deal. So even the way she used to present herself at school could really determine or could really exhibit that this girl is not our level, senior 1. She's just stuck in the phase of being a senior 1 student, but actually she's not a what? She's not a senior 1 behavior in everything she used to do. When she stood and became a prefect, I remember I was standing against her and she beat me pants down because now she had a senior 5 boyfriend campaigning for her in HSC. So I lost the vote to her. No wonder eventually when we left school, she became I think the second runner-up for Miss Uganda's. That girl was very brilliant, very composed. Kati, there's a point of time where prefects used to go and tour the dormitories of the girls, then the girl prefects tour the dormitories of the boys, and they make an assessment. But again, even when you went to the dormitory, you found her very organized. You get the point? The bed sheets are matching with the color of the bed cover, the blanket, everything is put together. So we eventually accepted that. First while we thought it was a kajanja. But then, as we started her the more, we began to accept that actually, this is not what? Senior 1 material. This is senior 5 what? Senior 5 material. Same thing. Many networkers join the business and fail to realize that there are things they have to change about themselves. You continue to speak the way you were speaking before. You are still as intelligent as you used to be before. I didn't want to use a negative word, but you have understood. Nti bw'okuba wayingira business, togattangako. Okyali mugezi mu ngeri y'emu gye wali nga tonnabiyingira. Okuba wayingira business, emboozi tekyukanga. Your conversations have not changed. From the time you join the business, where you hang out from has not changed. You get the point? Many of you love football, not so. Now you're a networker. There are some places you don't expect to find you in, even if you're looking for prospects. You get the point? You can't be a networker watching football from some places, even if you love soccer. Pardon? Fortbet. Yes, you are in Fortbet and you're a networker. To make matters worse, it's evening time, the match called you from office or JK tie. You are in Fortbet and you are looking very indifferent from Fortbet. Everyone else there, you can't even open your mouth to talk about your business. Check that. Posture is not even just about how you present yourself. It's even about the places you be in. You get the point. Sometimes Mr. Jimmy Chena was training something related to this and was talking about how he joined about marketing and was a very big fan of Rolex. Remember that story? Those who were here. But he said when he joined network marketing, he said he will not go to the store again to buy what? He got the number of the Rolex guy that every time he was close to having a Rolex, he could call and he makes a what? and order so the Rolex can find him closer, known to the what? To the streets. What should I get there? Some of you have failed to recruit people where you stay because of what? Posture. Over nansana. Neto na muntu no mugore yengiza business ave nansana. Lwaki? Nawe ochafulume wamwe nebu short. Kipale kya senecho. Nogenda kudduka ogula ebintu ntali kya ase ne vest ofulumye waka. You know how we behave in our local what? Jetusula, you know how we behave. Hello? Binyogera mbitegeera, sikyo? Ochewola kudduka. Oweduka ono sponsoring nga ochewola kudduka. Olina kulekayo balance. Hazikeyo nje tandikirawo enkya. Because against tomorrow you come and buy from the same shop. Those things, those small things, you think they're not important, but they are very, very what? Important. There are things we don't expect you to find you doing as a networker because they make you lose posture. Conversations you hold, not only as you're prospecting, but even around your distributors. The reason that's why these days it is really becoming very hard to retain teams is because uplines and downlines are always doing what? Engaged in activities of losing what? Posture. Get the point? It is the person, the champion who is still excited, got to know from their upline, maybe that one day the commissions took long to come. It is the upline to the downline. You get the point? It is the upline who told the downline to take it slow. The business is not a marathon, take it slow. You're losing posture because now you can't tell the guy, take it slow. Then you're calling the same what? Downline tomorrow to train them. You lost the posture as a what? As an upline. You lost the posture as an upline. Are you together? You lost the posture as an upline. Because you began spreading negativity to your team, where you're supposed to be spreading belief and positivity. You get the point? Muranka temudi sente. You, the upline, it is you telling people that Muranka temudi sente. But Madam Yaya Zebakola, so you are transferring your disbelief to your team. You are losing posture and you can't keep people long. Network marketing businesses strive on motivation and inspiration. That when the words get done, motivating, then what follows? You begin to inspire. Someone must look at you and say, know what you get there. You get the point? Are you together, friends? So posture is not even just about what you say and how you carry yourself. It's how you present yourself. It transits to the what? To the mindset. What you believe. What you believe. I love the scripts that we are reading these days. Who is reading the scripts recently? You are reading the scripts, the ones that are this series from Monday. There is a way they tickle. They tickle the belief system. Those who have been reading the scripts, and if you have been explaining them very, very well. I always do that cell training at 6:30 with my team, and it is really, really amazing that there are those scripts you cannot explain if you don't have a very good a very positive mindset. If your posture is not up there as regards the mindset. Yeah, very important. We're also saying without posture, even the best opportunity does what? Loses value. Some of us are lowering ourselves down. We don't deserve to be joined by by the prospects. You get the point? Someone told me, everyone, I've brought people, but they're not joining. The people that you're inviting are not the problem. Maybe somehow it is what? It is you. You have to check yourself. You have to check what you believe when you say these things. You have to check how you dress. You have to check how you present yourself. You have to check what you say. You understand? All those things really, really constitute to whether the business will do what? Why does someone do business and then their team is full of people who are joining with big packages? Then another person is doing business and the team is full of people who are just depositing. You have a team of 10 people. You are training them every day. All of them have no one has a full complete package. To make matters worse, the one who completes is the one who does what? Who quits? We know whether we're not training our prospect. Right. There is a problem. You get the point? People must remain believing. And where do they get that? The posture, how you carry yourself. Why posture matters in network marketing? Of course, people join what? Confident leaders, not desperate ones. Yeah? When someone begins to feel like they are helping you to be part of the business. Yeah? Someone can feel that they are doing the business for themselves and you are there to support them. And they are, you are confident enough to say it. But again, when one leader told champions recently that even if all of you go, I don't care. Now that is not confidence. That is what? That is arrogance, because you can show the same statement through your actions. How can you show that statement without saying it? Have your own guests. Are we together? Do your own presentations. Be recruiting new people. Be training baby teams all the time, so that someone can feel it in themselves that even if we go, Upline does not care. They can see it, show it in actions. But then immediately you mention it that way, you now ceases to be posture. It now goes into arrogance. You get the point? Posture builds trust and authority, and authority instantly. Very beautiful. Yeah? Upline close for your guest. The reason as why you feel that your upline is not qualified to close for your guest is because they are better postured than you. They are more confident than you. Sometimes the information is the same. You get the point? I always tell my champions who bring to me their guests, I tell them, what do you want me to say to your people? And then the person says, upline gwebino bintu bikolachi oyimanyu ojachiga tawo nkwesiga. Nemugamba anatonansiga ngamba ekintu kyemba mugamba, because imba nsubira, your responsibility is not kunesiga mbu njachiga tawo. Your responsibility is kuba nti naye wachigaseewo ki wachigaseewo dda, and then maybe there is a missing dice you want me to complete. In fact, when you come to me the guest, please tell me what you want me to say, because I believe that if there is anything to say, you have already said it, unless you want me to say it differently. You get the point? But the reason as why you feel that upline is more qualified is because they are maybe better postured than you. They have better confidence than what? Than you. But actually, even us, the uplines, we are not magicians. We close meetings and no one starts. Don't you know that? Don't you know that? We motivate teams and they also quit. Sometimes you wonder, hey, you get the point. So there is nothing magic about that. Just carry your confidence with you and promise yourself that you are really, really deserving to keep that team, to motivate that team, to do what? To show authority. It is the confidence, because you're going to do what? It's just that I'm not sure also, but the confidence with which I say whatever I say, people begin to believe it and people begin to do it. For the last 3 weeks also, I've been singing this thing called daily method of operation in my team. Every morning I train. First thing we say, what did we say? The daily method of operation of OQATA is? Use the products. Pardon? It is share. Recommend the product. Not so. Third one is what? Share the opportunity. Then the what? Learn and teach. Then the last one is what? No, the learn and teach is the last one. The fourth is what? Expand your name list daily. Not so. You see, some of you don't know those things, but that song has really, really changed part of my business. It has changed my business because I sing it every day, every morning. When I log in at 6:20, I say, champions, we are using this time before 6:30 to repeat our daily method of operation. Everyone types this in the message section. Use the product. And as you're saying, use the product, turn on your video, show us which product you're using. Comment for me in the comment section. What are you using? Me, I'm using Android T. It is here. I even take I take Android T live on the Google Meet. And before you know, people are beginning to believe. Even the people I least expected to purchase any product are beginning to reorder. Some of them are not even doing the business full time, but then they're always disturbing me with apply text on where the products say, do for me these deliveries. And it is really, really, it is becoming a very big deal. I also began to sing it last month, that now a person to be in OQATA doing business, you cannot tell me that the whole month, it is just confidence with which I say these things. You cannot tell me that the whole month you have signed no one. But then in that whole month, you have sold no product. Question is, what have you done the whole month? Because again, at the end of it all, it's not just about showing up every day. Okay, that case no kolachi. There must be inside something pushing you to make something happen by force. You get the point? Me, I was not good at sales. Not good at sales, but I never cared about sales. For a very long time, my system was reading 21 CVs personal per month. 21 CVs personal per month. But then, when last time we began singing this song of use the products. Before I knew it, I had to buy mine to use. Sorry, but Tim can say I'm using. So I began by buying 2. Recommend the product. So I had to post my own receipts on the group to show them that I'm recommending the product. And from that kind of mode of operation, I gave them a target that everyone on this chat group must be at least doing 500 CVs per what? Per month. 500 CVs. Business. I know kwanga movies CVs vitano. That is bare minimum because you have 30 days to do only that. And some of you, when you do only that, that is the only business that will appear in your teams. Because you don't take James Sebugala, you're sure until you're sponsoring about Basatu, no graph CV Vitano. That is all your team is going to do. Not so. So, do yourself a favor and do it. When I began singing the same routine, what happened is, I was also pushed to do the same thing. In record time, I had never done that. It is Madame Shami was challenging me. Okay, do 500 if possible. So take out challenge Madame Shami, Madame Hajara, and what of you. And before I knew it, James Sebugala did 447 CVs. How possible? Nefunda CV bina ana Musa Mvunze. My friend will tell you, go and check personal CVs. 447. I had never done. I had never said 60 CVs. In fact, the previous month, when I did 60 CVs, it is Mr. Dennis. Where is Mr. Dennis? Mr. Dennis that lent me some CVs. He said, I see you are suffering. Gan, these products of mine, order them in your user ID. That is how adamant I was. Networker, who knows the business, who teaches people about making money, and someone has to help me with some CVs in my system. A cross line, moreover. That is how adamant and lazy I was. This month, I said no. I sang the song. Let's do this team. I put all these new directors of mine into that Google Meet every day 6:30. Sing the same song again with the confidence and giving them assurance that when you do it, it can happen. What happened is things changed. I did 447 CVs myself. I even called Mr. Dennis. I told him the CVs you gave me last month. I'm not a what? I'm not a prodigal son. I want to give them back to you. Send me the user ID number. I want to pay you your CVs. Ask him, he will tell you. You get the point? Why? It came from singing that song again with the confidence. Happening. Babikiriza bacha. Tebabikiriza tunabikiriza. Babikiriza gokoze eki. Gobikiriza nga nawe olugendo lutambula. You can't be preaching wine and drinking water. You must preach what you drink. Are we together? Now my target was to sponsor. And I really made my arrangements to sponsor my 3. I did it in August. I failed in September. Or now this was October. I did 2 only. Then the 2 Tanzanians were supposed to have deposited half. They got offline. But I was feeling bad that I'm preaching someone, telling them that but I showed them I did 2. I did something that I sponsored someone. Some of your accounts are going to inactive mode very soon. But then you spend a full month. You're doing business every day. After I'm calling, no. You're not composing yourself enough to convince those people to join you. Sometimes it's not just about calling them. It is bearing the vision and believing in the vision and spreading that vision. Make sure the electricity, something like that. Get the point? You must be able to preach the vision. The business is real. You get the point? You're not calling anybody. And people are making the money that you're not making. Are you together? It's up to you to put yourself in the corner where the money does what? Passes. And where does the money pass? In your daily what? In your daily what? That is the only principle with which you have to mark yourself. Have you used the product? Have you recommended the product to somebody? Has someone gotten to know about OQATA today because of you? Are you adding names to your name list? Are you learning? If you're learning, who have you taught what you learn? from this morning training? Who are you going to call to teach them what you have learned? And that is how simple the business is. Yeah? Mr. Hassan, you removed the clock. It failed? No, we're a big brand. If a clock fails, let it be put back. Because me, I don't know now how many minutes I have used. You want me to finish at midnight? At midday. So posture helps you stay in control of conversation. But right now, I'm really talking about the posture of the mind. What? The mindset. You get the point? Sometimes many of you get stuck into conversations where now the prospects you invite begin to do what? To present to you. Because you lost control of the conversation. Why? Someone felt like they are more qualified than you to show you these things. You lost the posture. It also prevents what? Rejection from affecting your attitude. Posture. I'm going to make them rich. I'm doing this to make them rich and successful. When someone says this is not for me, it's not right, you don't feel like you've made a loss, because they're going to benefit more. You get the point? Posture. How you compose yourself. Yeah? Some of you go begging to prospect. Bambi, join. Someone feels it for real that if they don't join you today, you will die. Someone begins to feel like your whole success is dependent on their joining. You give that kind of feeling. Yeah. Someone must feel that if they don't join you, they're making a very big loss. That's what they should feel. That they're missing something from you. They're missing something if they don't join your team. You get the point? After doing my presentation, I always ask a question. If I gave you a chance to be part of my team, and I put you to my mentorship class, what value are you willing to bring to to the team? What value are you willing to bring? Ngatonda ngamba nkwesige kunda iza anzitebanda iza kunesiga nkwesige mwana gwe nedda nzemba buuza nkwesige. Should I trust you that if I give you my time? Should I trust that if I wake up in the morning and train you? Should I trust you that if I do this for you, you're going to ride with me on this journey of long-term positive fulfillment? Should I trust you? Check it. No nampa busentebo utwala tano mwetano. Of course, I don't say that, but in my mind, I'm saying that in my mind. Check it. No nampa bukade bobutano. Only 5.5 million. Tezugana poti ataka. The 5.5 million. No nanda iza kuzimpa. Nange mbulira. Nkwesige. Togenda kumalira budde. Oh, you are the one I'm going to train for 1 year, and after 1 year you go and tell you quit the business, and then with nothing, you have not done anything. Oh, after making some of your money back, you leave the business after training you for all those months. You get the point? Same thing. So your confidence should put you that kind of a position so that the prospect fights to embrace you. You get the point? We're carrying a balloon in Tomutu Kunako Yakolachi, we are gamba, a kubide simne tonda, Gisasida, Omsagana den Subia Bukozechi, Budeo, then Yongram wicket, yeah? See, Bokumukubia Massimu Manji, no. Omuntu a similar Mabaji Dabie. Why are you calling 10 times? Does he have your liver? Did he go with your kidney? When someone opens their phone, they find the missed calls. If they don't call back, they're not interested. Check it. Call one time, and the second time, then if you exceed 2 missed calls, you just know you don't have telephone etiquette. But check it, around the same time in time. No, that means you lack telephone etiquette. You are desperate. You get the point? And what causes that is because sometimes we see few numbers. You see few numbers, one account, young number month end. So you're waiting for the month end like the coming of Jesus Christ. And when your Jesus does not come, you miss the redemption. Bangamba month end. Week is about to. Okay. But if you've been showing the business people every single day, it happens to me by the way. The people promised me that they will start. kubanga n'abalabe ndi mukola ki bendi mukwasaganya okitegedde mudukira oluvannyuma kalwakakyakale otandika eggulu naye pozero Wednesday Fifi she told me she could begin ne mukyekingako gundi ki wabadde ki sera nsonyiwa munange asakite kaza naye bansuuza genda kutuzako enkyankole ki zijje nsasule male okay ojja kofisi ogenda kunsangayo naye ate olwalwaki fo gyogenda kigaba. She's begging and pleading that she comes what? Yes, comes for her slot. You get the point? It says for the tone on how others treat what? Treat your business. When you treat as laissez-faire, they do what? They treat as laissez-faire as well. How many of us come from families that are negative? Families that think that this is a scam, you're making a mistake, what? They are still negative up to now. How do you respond to them? Wanji? Let them be, eh? Give them a break, not so. But Yefen, how you treat the business is how others do what? Treat it. When you treat it with respect, they'll treat you with respect. People know in my family that it's not easy to get me off the what? Off my business. It must be an appointment. Even when some of them have not joined, they still know that this is a very big deal for what? For me, and I respect it. We know somebody very close, and the various schedules have been up and not very clear. And now they told us they're going to bury when? Today. It was a severe accident somewhere in Mabida. It's very, very severe. And we were doing some DNA tests to add up the body parts. It was very severe. But now I am on schedule. And the barrier is when? Today. But I will travel in the evening. Because I want to, they should know that it's not that anytime they want me, they do what? They get me. You get the point? Yes. Naye gwe gwe bayita mu family meeting, gwe obera buli wamu gye bakuyita abali negative tebabyagala okyege gwe every single time when you go to Christmas bakubuulirira. You get the point? Tobatadde mu confidence kulekera okubuulirira. You are the problem, not them anymore. You get the point? How can you be above it and every single time someone meets you they're talking about how bad your business is? Yes, it is what is putting food on the table, and then you are there, and then every time you listen to the counseling all the time. You're in that kind of face all along. That is how you make them perceive your business. Otherwise, people are making millions of money. Guys are becoming rich. Lives change. Imagine a Farida Najuko who was a maid. Today the girl says, call me later, I am driving. That statement is not easy to say. She says, call me later, I am what? Even when she's not driving, she doesn't want to talk to you now. She says, call me later, I am what? Because everyone knows life changed for what? For her. You get the point? And that is a business that your mother is telling you it will not work. Who is fooling who? Posture. Posture. Elements of strong posture. Confidence in your opportunity and in your what? In yourself. Confidence in the business you carry. Some of you are doing a business and you gave up already. Let me tell you something, champions. Many of you are in the business, but you have already failed. Sorry to say. Of course, the CEO will not say this. But let me tell you point blank. If in your mind, you wake up in the morning and you begin to feel like you're no longer competitive. What? Competitive. Who is becoming a brass? Who is becoming a platinum? You are failing already. If you wake up in the morning and you don't longer care about how many payers you made a week, some of you even spend a whole day. A what? A what? A whole what? A whole day without logging into your account. There is a problem. There is a problem. You are failing already. Like, I forgot my password. How can you forget your password? Actually, 24. You forgot your password. Unless there's a problem. When someone comes to me like that, I have two ladies who came to me like that this year. They forgot their passwords. I didn't remind them the passwords. No, I told them, come and see me at the office. What did I do? I did a kit launch again. Now they're on the Zoom, they're on the Google Meet in the morning. Now take it out because on the other password means I always make a random sample. And I log into your account, mostly if you are in, of course, those in my team. Nkebera nengambo no Jonah. Nentekamu, nenetegedeza. Chisto Jonah storage. Nkebera yo. Seged. Watching kebera, watching ko binkwatako. Ne ate go wila ngate bichakwata kumanya otambudde otya. Afuna rank ko tezikwatako. People that are getting the ranks, you join at the same what? You join at the same time. You are still singing the same song. Madam Jalia, people are singing the same song. No, those ones are well positioned. Those ones are well positioned. How long are you going to stay there in that kind of song? Abana bakola sente, bafuna ranka, oshegedde. Ne CPA ne yali well positioned. He's now a what? He's a bronze. Yali well positioned. Nyabo gwe sebo gwe yebuza simanya bichimbu kwanga bali basokayo. Are you sure? That is negligence. There is a boy in Mr. He's not a boy. He's a giant now in Mr. Person's team, Mr. Dennis' team. That gentleman called Latib Ali. Ali motivates me. Ali was all positioned. He's like one of the people who were down there, not so. I was with Ali in Arua, and I was really mesmerized by his work ethic. Every month, you go and check. Every month he's in his leading 30. He's sponsoring every month. He's a platinum leader. He has very many directors who are about to become. I'm very sure he will be one of the. He will be one of part of the first 3 or 4 sapphires the company will ever have. I'm telling you, because the guy is on the pedal. The guy is still pedaling serious. The guy is still pushing the business. Nothing like Smanya what positioning and what of you. Are you together? Otherwise, if it was about positioning, all the top earners in the company could be in order from the first one to the last one. That is negligence of duty. Don't you are competing? Now people are now shifting the goal from becoming millionaires to earning some money and they go home. But I'm telling you, 5 years from now, because even the underdogs who join the next year will be somewhere. And yes, you have made some profits, but again, you will not be happy. Just make sure your mindset does not lose its competitiveness. Continue to be interested in being part of the top 20 of the company. Continue to be interested in doing your 500 CVs every month. Continue to be interested in sponsoring your people. Continue to be interested in doing what? In competing to be in the top of the company. Continue to be interested. Don't give up. Don't give up now. Because one day, maybe this hall will be full of people. But again, there is somebody who will have those people as their what? As their downlines. Recently, the script was the one of yesterday but one. Was it yesterday but one? Which was saying that one day OQATA will launch in how many countries? Over 30. Remember that script? Those who read it? The question is, over those over 30 countries, how many of those countries will have people in your network? People are competing for people in Angola. People are launching in Congo. Golia ogamba kasantu na Oliver Keyetia. Kasante kayo ka Oliver ka video ku TikTok. Abantu tucha balaba flyer twaziva ko zigaba tucha prosper na kasante kayo ka video. Take kayo ka video and then your whole chance is dependent on what? On someone tapping in the comment of the video. Now what if TikTok changes policy tomorrow? And the videos that be paid for, what will you do? Because it happened before with Facebook. Am I right? Anything can happen. Right together. Be a complete networker who is competitive in all what? Areas. That is having a good posture. Confidence in your opportunity and in yourself. Am I training some? Are you learning? Make sure you're learning. Believe in the company's products and services. That is what posture. Believe in the company's products and services. Are you together? Yes. Go bitunda toza binakola. Bimirola be bijja kola soko bimire. Nina bingi paka ebikola. Point attitude. N'abasawo dagali bakuwa sometimes they work on your mindset first. Not so. That's why they have a thermometer they test you. Gwenga ogenda kufa. Buli musujja ludda nkobanga ki. Agenda kuwa byakuwa nga tokola ki? Towakana. Not so. Same thing. Believe in the company's products. Believe. That is posture. Calmness under pressure. Calmness under pressure, or what? Skepticism. You stay calm even when there is what? You stay calm even when you're not sure. You get the point? That is posture. But now there is a crisis, a catastrophe. You want to also be part of the catastrophe. Product is out of stock. Apply. All my customers are calling me. I don't know what to do. When is the company bringing the product? Sell those ones which are there. Now it is in the boxes in the store. Now you are demanding for what? For Trimton. Surprisingly, when the Trimton will come, you'll be demanding for what? I don't know what's the magic and iron about products. The one that is available, people demand the one which is running out of stock. There was a time when no one was talking about muscle bone care. That time was there. People got stuck with muscle bone care and no one was talking about muscle bone care anywhere. These days, having muscle bone care is like having a ticket to heaven. Calmness under pressure. Don't cause alarm. Are you together? Because it is you, the upline, who gives your team that confidence that you get the point? Because you're working with systems and people. Sometimes everything will not be as what? As 100% as you want it. You get the point? But that patience to wait, as you wait for the company to do what? To sort out those things, is what we call having what? Good posture. Professional appearance and communication. Very, very important. Appearing professional. We don't put on suits for showbiz. When I enter home like this, I want to remove all my suits and look for shirts around, and I don't put on suits at home. That's the point. I want to be as free as possible because I even don't want. But because the business demands so, why? We are in Africa. When you go out in those other countries, you can even put on your jeans and do a business meeting. But then Africans, I talking to Chichu Sancha. You may be putting on a very, very classic jean of more than 150,000. Go jamba de. No, me I never the suit. I'm talking to Nemeka. Kumita no you Nabanga. Give bala momuchi. Omulamu singa. There is something about Africans, and you're not going to change it tomorrow. Hanze njakuja nkuye chikumba change. Tadeko chisnika change. Yes, you'll be expensive. Remember the millionaire muna yenkulide. But the entire you composed businessman, they will think they're a serious one. So don't joke with professionalism. Professional appearance. To woody de Oyakuana and Vili Ngazange? You know Vili? What's the Galaquanazo? Bizobo Nazo. Buza. You know, you are in between. You know what I'm talking about? You want to have this cabinet at the own? Yes, then make sure it is there and it is neat. Because when it goes astray and then it begins to grow where you don't want, that means you're losing the professional appearance. Are you together? Is that your style of the hair? Then if the style of the hair is your afro, is your style of the hair, then comb it to be very what? Very neat on point. You get the point? Something like that. It's your style of dreadlocks. If your style is dreadlocks and you're a businessman with dreadlocks, then they should look money. They should be rich and smart. Those dreadlocks should be clean and decent. You get the point? Prefena, ladies, now your things are always complicated. My question is, do you want that cuticle on? But that cuticle? Cutex. Give me that cutex. Do you want it on? If it is on, then let it be on. Let it not be there until it's broken. If it is broken, remove it. Appearance. Clarity about your goals and mission. This is what gets the team to basically do what? Follow you. Clarity about your goals and mission. That this month I want to do ABCD because I want to do ABCD. Very important. Clarity. When you are clear, people follow your lead. You get the point? Sometimes we set goals that you're also not sure. But because of singing the same song every day, when I log in, I'm going to show you some, I will share with you some screenshots. I've been sharing some of these screenshots with some people. I even showed it to one of my brothers yesterday who was just joining. That gentleman over there at the back joined us yesterday with a Spiria package. That's the one behind this. That gentleman. You can wave to us. Yes, you, my brother. What's your name again? I want them to know you. So that when we're not around, they can support. What's your name again? Tell them. Didas joined us yesterday in the evening with the Superior package in the Game Changers team. Very, very industrial. But when I was discussing with him, I didn't speak anything ironic. You get the point? I showed him the earning potential the different packages is going for, but I also showed them how we do our things. I showed him the goals we set and the team and how I set these goals for them. Training and they repeat this thing every day in the morning. You write before you begin the Zoom. You write that I want to earn $500. I want to recommend 5 products. You repeat it today. Even tomorrow you do it until you begin to believe it. So when people sit there is counting, I want to sponsor 6 people. They find themselves doing something about it. You get the point? Because they repeated it over and over. What? Again. Clear goals. You get the point? It's attract to your what? To your mission. Are you together, friends? Very, very important. Already out of time, sorry. Consistent positive energy and mindset. I've been talking about this all throughout. Positive energy and mindset. Yeah? Very, very what? Important. Then these things you have at your back office. These points are there in your back office. Actually, most of the explanation that I've been giving you, I've exhausted the training. Learn deeply about your products and business plan so you can now believe in it. 2, some of you don't know how the business works up to now. What points are 12 rolling months. Go back and go through the marketing plan again. Are you together? 12 rolling what? Months. Develop personal growth through what? Books and mentorship. Read. Yeah, knowledge. Because you want to make more money in this area, you're new to this area, read everything there is about network marketing. Go to bed wiser than you woke up every single what? Every single day. Practice confident what? Communication every single day. Practice to communicate. Those things. Sometimes when they come to me, I tell them, I cannot help you with that. Go and meet so. The so amagezi we sigalina. Kugamba ebyo byogamba ya TikTok ebyo. Nanga abinsomesa yani inajuko. Funo obudde naye namba eyo mukwana abere mukwano gwagenda abikusomese. Najuko mutya. Kati yo mutya coach. Kati agenda kukola ki? Okitegedde. Practice being confident and confident what? Communication every single. Surround yourself with what? With successful individuals. When you surround yourself with failures, they do what? They fail you. They take you into the same cocoon and convince you that no, failure is what? Is okay. You get the point? Positivity. If you're around people say, I signed 5 last month, that's what they're talking about. It becomes normal for you. But again, when you're with people who are okay, not to sign anyone in the month and they are okay, you're also going to ride with them. You understand? So for you to be positive, to keep your positive posture, surround yourself with successful individuals. Handle objections with what? With calm what? Calm assurance. These notes are at your back office. I implore you that every single time they put them there, download those PowerPoints and keep them one day on your flash or somewhere. You need them to train your team one day. Focus on progress, not perfection. The method of operation. Do something every single what? Every single day. Yeah? Even the script today was talking about the same thing. There was a point to do with that one. Not so. There was a point to do with what? With that one. Every single day, do something. Don't be a spectator. Do something about the business every single day. Are you together with that? Very, very important. Never chase or beg anyone to join you. Present the opportunity. Don't push it. I told you about that already. Respect every prospect is what? Decision. The other point, we don't force prospects into decision. No. We inspire them into what? Decision. Some of you fail to inspire and then you hold prospects at ransom. No mukwatira mukasondo ugenda omusaka kira kumadala nagamba ngomuntu asana ekiko wenti That is why some of you have people who deposit some money on their registration and they don't come back to complete. Sometimes you push them, even force them beyond what? Breaking point. Get the point? Use posture to attract, not to what? Not to convince. Follow up confidently. Not what? Fearfully. Yeah? Confidently. Have something you're selling all the season. all the seasons. Is it a campaign? Now this week I have been selling tomorrow's event. Join early before the what? The recognition, the grand recognition. I want to be part of this meeting that is going to, where you're going to showcase success stories and what? And winning strategies for the next what? For these remaining months of the what? Of the year. Join early. No, it gives you confidence that you're selling something. You get the point? It makes your follow-up what? Easy. Always remain in control of the process. Don't lose control. When you're losing control, know when to relax a little. You get the point? Whatever ngolinga aselera ngomtacha akuddamu messages blue tickinga ekyokola ki banga kiwumula kiveeko nyumya ebirala damozi mbo mukwano buto ojja muddira company tegenda ki ncha. There are many people elsewhere. You get the point? So you relax a little, then come back when? Later. You get the point? The people are joining me now, but I showed them the business when we were just beginning. Some of them did not join me in the previous company. They're joining me now. You get the point? Yes, they're joining me now. Are we together, friends? Very, very important. Lead with vision, posture in team leadership. We said lead with what? Vision and conviction. Always attract what your vision. People join you, people trust you, people get confident in you when you have a what? A vision for the business. They're not sure. You're also not sure of yourself whether you'll be around tomorrow. You know the point? You're not sure. Vision. Be consistent. Your team models what? Your energy. Consistent in what you're doing. If you're saying you will sponsor someone every single month, make it a point of duty. You know, when you do some of these things, it even becomes easy to train your team to show it that it is possible. Check it. Nete chimenya gamba team kutunda, na nawe totunda nga wadde ki? Wadde mpeke. Bagamba lawa naye byakola ki? Lawa naye byakulema. You get the point? Very, very important. Keep your emotions in check during challenges. Maintain authority through what? Through integrity. Posture keeps respect alive within your network. Very, very important. These things, I've said most of these things. PowerPoint is long. We are out of time. Strengthening posture for long-term success. Keep learning and improving what? Daily. No one becomes what? Ripe and ready. When you feel ripe, that means you're about to do what? To rot. Every single day, make sure you're learning something new. Go to bed wiser every single day about network marketing. Then speak less and listen more. Very important. Yeah? Some of us, sometimes we learn to speak, we rush to speak, and then we miss the closing points. We could have used to do what? To close the guest. But sometimes our downlines come to us with challenges or with what? Objections or with situations. Before you know it, you are giving the right knowledge to the wrong what? To the wrong problem. Focus on value, not what? Validation. What value do you bring on what? On table. When you focus on value, the validation will bring itself. When you focus on becoming a very good speaker, people will vet you automatically. Check it. Nafiba tulabewo, nafiba tukumizindalo, nafiba no yombelo omuchi, omuzindalo. Nedda, lwaki bagwo omulala, gwoli mu focusinga wano, nga banno bali watya? Wano. Get better. When they give you the microphone, do a good job. They'll call you back next time. You get the point? Train your team well. Train that champion well. When she gets another downline, ajagamba kamutwale wani, you are playing wange, because they know the kind of value addition you bring to what? You bring to them. Always protect your confidence. Very important. And be proud of what you do, what? Of what you represent. Very important. Be proud of what you represent. Some of you are doing the business, but even the business you're doing, you feel shy to share the business. We are with people who do business. Nganeje basula. Bebasula na watu bakola. Bawa akola bichi. Akola yo mu kibuga. Akola muchi? Akola yo mu kibuga. Tamanyi ne mukyawo tamanyi byokola. Ne press temuzikozesa waka. You understand? Mwina wa mababade ba pressure ne sukali they are on medicines of the hospitals. They have not recommended them the products as yet. Now you're on TikTok looking for other what? Other customers. Say, well, you want to sell your respiratory and omega-3 to other people's mothers, get your own mother is also suffering with pressure. That means you don't believe in what you're doing. You're not proud of what you represent. You get the point? Now, will the business work? You also take 5 minutes to think of whether the business will work or not. Confidence. Yeah? Of what you do, what? You represent. Posture turns ordinary marketers into what? Industry leaders. All the ones that you admire, all the leaders you admire, their winning preposition is what? Posture. You get the point? Their winning preposition is what? Is posture. Ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the end of the training, there is this quote that is saying, when you stand tall in your heart, belief, people will either follow your vision or respect your heart. Chenagambye, abamugenda kuba family members abamu, tebayingira business. Naye ate, your posture should be able to drive them into doing what? Respecting your conviction if they cannot follow your what? Your vision. Together? Are you together with that? Yes. We have come to the end of the training. But before I conclude, we have come to the end of the training. Of course, tomorrow you know what is happening. But I think it will be part of the next speaker's communication. Allow me to invite to this stage our very dear esteemed, the man of all seasons, a gentleman that has mentored us and really changed the game and the culture of network marketing in OQATA Wellness Solutions, our very, very celebrated country manager, Sir Frank. You're very welcome.